What's your name, ma'am?
Jasmine Bettin.
Mr. Swenson, did you get a chance to speak with her regarding her legal rights?
I did, Your Honor. I discussed the nature of the charge and Ms. Bettencourt's constitutional rights, and she has no questions at this time. There is no stipulation of probable cause today, Your Honor. Defense would simply ask to enter a plea of not guilty and ask for counsel to be appointed. Ms. Bettencourt would qualify based on the income information she provided.
Did you say there is not a stipulation?
There's not today.
Mr. Mcclellan, could you raise your right hand, please?
Yeah, I was knowing, Your Honor, the city is not going to be seeking any conditions at this time, so no objection to just releasing with a pretrial date.
Okay. It's a bit unusual. What's this?
Well, I could establish, the city's confident we could establish, but I was not going to ask for a no conduct order, just no criminal law violation. So at that point, just no objection to release.
I'm going to swear you in here anyway, simply, and I'll go along with you'll be released and there won't be a no contact order. But I would like to set the conditions of don't have any criminal law violations and make court dates. Would be the only conditions that I would. So, Mr. McClellan, go ahead. So we're going to swear you in. You swear and affirm the information and testimony you provide will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, Your Honor.
Go ahead.
As Officer Mullen of the Lacey Police Department reports that on July 24th, 2025, dispatched to an apartment on College Glen Loop, Southeast in Lacey, Washington for a domestic violence incident. Jasmine Bettencourt called to report that her sort of boyfriend, Azriel Levi, she reported he dragged her out of a room, pushed her, grabbed her, but didn't hit her. She advised that she was trying to move out. The officers arrived there at that location, contacted Ms. Bettencourt in the parking lot. Mr. Levy and his friend, last name Pete, also walked out in the parking lot. She provided information about the relationship with Mr. Levy. She said he was homeless when she met him. They moved into that apartment together in January of this year. They did have a dating relationship, but no longer together. She had been asking him to get out of the apartment, but he was refusing to leave. Essentially, they were dividing up property. As far as the allegations of an assault,
we can leave probable cause alone for now and just set a court date if that's. I
think we can get there, but I'm not that too concerned about other conditions, Your Honor.
So, ma'am, here's what's going to happen here. You're going to be released.
Thank you.
And we're going to set a court date. And there's really no other conditions. You understand that?
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you so much.
But and you're next, and I will appoint Pacific Point Law Group to represent you. Do you have a Mr. Swenson, did you provide a cell phone where she can get text reminders of court dates?
I will put that in the chat right now.
Thank you. And then we'll see you back here on August 19th at 8:30.
All right. August 19th at 8:30. I'll see you then.
Yes, ma'am. You're going to get a paper with that, and then you should get contact information for your attorney's office, the Pacific Point Law Group. I wait about a week, contact that office, and then you can discuss your case with who's ever assigned to represent you out of that office. They have several attorneys working there.
All right. Sounds.
You'll get released here later today, ma'am.
Thank you so much. Have a great day.
Thank you. You too. What's your name, ma'am, in the orange?
Lennox Tobin, Your Honor.
Thank you. So she looks like she's here on a backup. There's a new charge of simple assault, domestic violence related. On the other backups, it looks like she has confirmation now on September 10th. And then Mr. Kyle Elders is listed as the attorney. Is that retained or is that with your office, Mr. Swenson?
That's retained on his on Ms. Lennox's state cases. He has retained counsel, Your Honor.
I see. And then I see looks like a Christian Thomas and Mark Tobin. I'm going to assume you're here for this case.
Yeah,
Yes, Your Honor.
Let me get back to this calendar. Mr. Swenson, did you get a chance to speak with Ms. Tobin?
Sorry, Your Honor. Yes, I did. I reviewed the nature of the charge and her constitutional rights. No questions today. Defense would stipulate to probable cause for the purpose of today's hearing only and ask to enter pleas of not guilty.
So Ms. Tobin, is she seeking court-appointed counsel, or is she going to retain counsel in this case as well?
She indicated in this case, the Lacey case, Your Honor, that she would like court-appointed counsel, and based on the information she provided about her finances, I believe she would qualify.
So ma'am, you're now charged with one count of simple assault, domestic violence related. That's a gross misdemeanor, which carries with it a maximum penalty of 364 days in jail and a $5,000 fine. Plea of not guilty will be entered. This matter will get set for future hearing. We're going to set conditions of release. The state may want to weigh in on conditions of release in the state cases. And we'll go from there. I will appoint Thurston County Public Defense to represent you.
Your
Or no,
Honor,
I won't. Pacific Point. Yeah, Pacific Point. Sorry. And Mr. Mcclellan, I'll hear from you first.
No, thank you, Your Honor. The city's not asking for any bail, so no objection to Ms. Tobin being released on her personal recognizance with conditions not to have any criminal law violations, not possess a dangerous weapon or firearm. I was reluctant and not necessarily intending to ask for a no contact order, but I would, I know that Mr. Thomas that's on as the listed alleged victim in the case, and my understanding is that he's not in support of a no contact order. And if that's kind of the position he's taken today, then the city's deferring to the court on that. I'm not going to ask for one.
Okay. So that be, okay. So Mr. Thomas, could you unmute, please?
yes, Your Honor.
And are you Mr. Thomas?
I am.
Okay. And what's your relationship with Ms. Tobin?
We are dating
You live together?
currently.
She's charged with an assault that was alleged to have occurred back in May. Is that also with you?
No, sir.
How long have you been dating?
Since just prior to my mom's birthday, which was March 7th, beginning of March.
I see. And then Mr. Thomas, you're Mr. Thomas, Mr. Tobin, is that Mark Tobin? Is that you, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
And it would be fair to assume that you're her father?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. And then I'm going to come back to you, Mr. Thomas. I'm told that you're not interested in no contact order at this time. I noticed there was not a no contact order in the state case either.
No, Your Honor, I'm not interested in that. I feel like I'm in her corner. You know what I mean? And everyone in the family's in her corner. I don't feel that a no contact order is beneficial for anybody.
All right. I'm going to hear from the city, and I recognize that I wasn't there when this was alleged to have occurred. The city wasn't either, but I still want to get some perspective from the city as to what's alleged to have gone on out there. You may hear some things you disagree with, both of you, but yeah, Mr. Thomas, you know, no contact orders kind of serve two purposes in the sense that they want to keep a protected person safe. And I know you feel like you're safe, but on the other hand, you know, they want to keep a restrained person out of trouble.
For
It
sure.
looks to me like, you know, Ms. Tobin was charged with an assault back in May, so it wasn't you. And now here we are again. And so I think I would prefer, and I think you guys would too, is to put her in a position where she's not getting into any more trouble, because things seem to be getting worse instead of better. So I'm going to hear from Mr. Mcclellan. Just give me a quick synopsis, Reader's Digest version of what's alleged to have occurred there, Mr. McClellan.
Yeah, from the report, Your Honor, this was occurring in a vehicle, that there was an argument and that escalated, and the allegation is that Ms. Tobin did hit Mr. Thomas on the right side of his face and bit his hand. He noted at the time that she was not in a very healthy state of mind. They noted some mental health concerns. And I mean, that's the nature of the assault that's alleged to have occurred.
Mr. Swenson, anything you'd like to add at this point?
No, we would oppose the no contact order being entered at this time, Your Honor. My understanding is that both parties reside with Ms. Tobin's parents. So there are other
That's it.
people
Okay,
in the
thank you.
household. Yeah.
So Mr. Mark Tobin, then I'll come to you then. I was actually kind of curious about that. Do these folks, both of these folks live in your place there?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Do you have a perspective on all of this? Because you don't have to if you don't want to. Again, I don't know any of you people. I don't know what happened other than what I was just been told. And so I'm just looking for information. If you think you want to or can add something, you can, but you don't have to. I don't want to, I'm not trying to make you speak or anything. I mean, you're here. And so I always ask when people are here, but
Yes,
some
Your
people
Honor.
choose not to speak. Go ahead.
So we, my daughter was at a mental health facility in Arizona that TRICARE paid for. And she, against medical advice, she left. I would really like her to agree to go back to that facility. It's a dual treatment. It's a mental health, and it's also a drug and alcohol. The problem is, I believe, she got her initial medication to get her bipolar. Has untreated bipolar for years. I think they gave her some medicine. She started to feel good. Unfortunately, I don't think the medication has been fine-tuned because she was only there a short time. I mean, what I would like is the court to say that, to have her go back, but I don't know if you can do that.
I cannot. I will tell you that I cannot, but go ahead, finish.
It wouldn't cost the state anything, except it would be under my TRICARE insurance. I would like her to go back. That's all I have to say, Your Honor.
Thank you. All right, so here's what's going to happen here today. Oh, actually, Mr. Holcomb, does the state want to weigh in?
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. McClellan, perhaps you could answer this question for me. Did it appear that alcohol had anything to do with the incident on the new Lacey case?
Yeah, I looked for that. There wasn't any specific indication by the officer that referenced any state of intoxication.
Okay. Mr. Thomas, Mr. Tobin, do you believe that alcohol had anything to do with the incident at all? Since you're here?
I was with her all day when it happened. I don't believe alcohol was involved. We weren't drinking at all.
I didn't notice. I didn't notice any alcohol during the day at all, Your Honor.
Okay.
There's actually like no alcohol in the household at the moment. So
Okay. At this time, the state's not objecting to reluctantly is not objecting to personal recognizance at this time. I would just note that relatively recently, as the court has already noted, there was another assault that also occurred, I believe on someone living in the same household. I think that was on Mr. Mark Tobin. And there was a DUI earlier. So there being another simple assault now, the state is very reluctant to agree to personal recognizance at this time. I I would be inclined to request UAs or scram, but it appears that alcohol didn't have anything to do with the new simple assault charge.
Okay, ma'am, so here's what's gonna happen today. You know, with regard to the no contact order, frankly, everything that I've heard, the no contact order would put her out of the house potentially, would probably cause more harm than good. So I'm not gonna enter a no contact order at this time. Mr. Tobin, you know, I heard what you said with regard to, you know, at this stage at the proceeding, that's not something that I can order. I just can't do that. And Ms. Tobin, I hope you're paying attention to what these folks are saying, your father and your boyfriend there. And, you know, you're fortunate to have them, you know, I think your boyfriend said, I shouldn't refer to you. I should refer to you as Mr. Thomas. I apologize for that. Mr. Thomas indicated, you know, that he's in your corner. You know, you're lucky to have folks in your corner. We see people here all the day where families just write them off and so forth. And that's not happened to you. I don't anticipate it's going to happen anytime in the soon, but the point of me telling you this is you should pay attention to what they're saying to you, because this has been the second time where you've been involved with law enforcement. You've been in, I don't know whether you were incarcerated the first time, but you were held in jail for, you know, coming up on 24 hours, which I'm sure is not a very fun experience. And they're trying to help you get in a position where that doesn't happen. And so I would strongly urge you to listen to them and take their advice. You know, they have your best interest at heart. And I hope that message is breaking through.
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you.
So on the state cases, you'll be released subject to all prior conditions. Your next court dates are set on that. Your next court date is September 10th at 9:30, I think, for trial confirmation. Those dates will remain. Give me just a minute.
What time was that, Your Honor?
9:30 on the state cases. That's the DUI and the other assaults. Give me just a second. You're going to get a different court date for the pretrial on this new charge. And ma'am, have you been getting text reminders of court dates, or does she, maybe Mr. Tobin or Mr. Tom?
Yes, Your
I'm
Honor.
sorry?
Yes, Your Honor.
Great. Try and do it before if you can. On the Lacey case, your next court date is going to be where your conditions are: don't have any criminal law violations, don't possess a firearm or other deadly weapon, do make all your court dates, and your next court date is going to be September 2nd. So you're going to have a busy first week or two in September. What time? At 8:30 in the morning.
Thank you, Your Honor.
That's it for today, ma'am. You'll get released here later today. Give me just a, and actually don't. Mr. Tobin, Mr. Thomas, thank you too for being here. And that's it for today. I hope you can keep it together out there, ma'am.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Have a
Good
good
luck.
one.
Ms. Rowe, did you learn anything from Mr. Cornwell?
I did, Your Honor, and I want to start this off by saying that I really appreciated Mr. Cornwell being forthright and very candid with me. Mr. Cornwell indicates that the criminal trespass incident is one that he was involved in, and that day he gave Mr. Gregson's name as an AKA. He also has been forthright in indicating to me that Mr. Austin Gregson and he know each other, and he is well aware that their birthdays are very close in date. So he is acknowledging that he is the person alleged to be Mr. Austin Grayson in the criminal trespass matter. He's also acknowledging that He is actually Austin Eugene Cornwell, and he is also the person that's attributed to those Superior Court cases that are
I knew that.
right. So he is that person.
What's your date of birth there, Mr. Cornwell?
6/9/1994.
June 9th?
Yes.
Is the state seeking to amend the complaint?
Yes.
Okay. So is he being held in the Superior Court cases? Has bail been set
Yes,
in
Your
there?
Honor.
Okay,
He's being
Is he-
held in there and he was transferred from SCORE to address those.
got it. So what's the state's position on conditions?
Um. Your Honor, the state, would it be possible for the court to provide one of the Cornwell cause number cases, just so I can know what criminal history I'm looking at here? I know the basics of it from what's been told. to
If
me.
he's being, okay. I know, can't you just plug in your person search, just do Austin Cornwell? That's how I did it.
The date of birth was,
You don't even need the date of birth. If you just on jabs, just punch that and it'll come right up. There's not many of them.
Okay.
Do you know what his bail is in Superior Court there, Ms. Rowe?
I do not. Do you know Mr. Cornwell?
It's 40,000.
Okay.
AUSTIN, COR
NWELL. Yes.
Perform person search, no persons found.
Take the comma out.
The date of birth is June 9th, 1994. And given that sizable bail, I'd be inclined to oppose some bail in this case, so he starts getting credit for this.
Given the nature of the charge, Your Honor, the state would ask for bail in the amount of $1,000.
And then is there a stay away provision? Where is this alleged to have occurred?
In the location information now.
It's at a residence, Your Honor. Where
The
he
address
was-
would be helpful.
let me-
Citation says Stillwell Street Northeast.
and that is a residence that Mr. Cornwell.
He's just to stay off
knows.
that street then. So Mr. Cornwell, I'm going to set bail in the amount of 1,000 cash or bond if that's posted. Don't have any criminal law violations, make all court dates, don't have any contact with the general area of Stillwell Street. We're going to set a court date. So it looks like, is it realistic for you to make bail in Superior Court?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, we'll just set this on Ms. Rowe. I can just set this in the next week or two if you want, if you think this case can be resolved.
Your Honor, I'm pretty sure that the case will be resolved, but I am very booked for next week. What I'd like to do is reach out and get an offer. And as soon as I do and connect with Mr. Cornwell, I most certainly will put him on a calendar for an in-custody resolution in the
right.
afternoon.
I'm still going to set it for 2 weeks, just so we don't lose track of it. The pretrial will be August 8th.
Okay,
It's 2 weeks from today at 1:30. If you need to move that, it's not a problem. If you get a resolution earlier than that, you can resolve it then too.
understood, Your Honor. Thank you very much.
And the states need to gonna make a change to this complaint and name the right person with birth date.
Yes, Your Honor.
That's it for today there, Mr. Cornwell. You can be taken back.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Mr. Cornwell. I believe that's all I have this afternoon, Your Honor.
at Nisqually in the orange there, ma'am. What's your name?
Me,
Yes.
Lisa Potter.
And Mr. Mcclellan and Mr. Swenson. He's here for an arraignment on simple assault. Then she has a backup. You have a jury trial set for July 30th.
Well, Your Honor,
Next
the
week.
backup, yeah, she failed to appear on Monday at the confirmation. So the court, my understanding, my notes and recollection is that the jury trial was stricken due to the FTA, but they didn't issue a warrant until leaving that hearing set for the 30th. So that hearing is still there as a placeholder in case she showed up, but she has since been, of course, arrested now before the court on a new charge.
Give me just a minute. So Mr. Swenson, who's her attorney in the Pacific Point?
I am, Your Honor.
And so did you get a chance to speak with her about the new charge?
I did. I reviewed the nature of the new charges and Ms. Potter's constitutional rights. She has no questions at this time. Defense will stipulate to probable cause for the purpose of today's hearing only and ask to enter pleas of not guilty. And she is seeking court-appointed counsel. Nothing's changed in her financial situation, and I represent her on the backup matter.
So, ma'am, I'll appoint Pacific Point Law Group to represent you. You're charged in the new case with 1 count of simple assault, domestic violence related, 1 count of interfering with the reporting of domestic violence. Those are gross misdemeanors, carry with them maximum penalties of 364 days in jail and a $5,000 fine. Pleas of not guilty will be entered on both. We're going to set conditions of release on both. We'll address the conditions on the DWLS in the first also. And then we'll go from there. I will appoint the Pacific Point Law Group to represent you. Have you been getting text reminders in those other cases?
I'm sorry, but okay, I'm having trouble hearing.
Do you get text reminders of court dates?
Do I think what? I'm
Text. You get text reminders on your phone.
Yes, I did. And
Okay, thank you. Any explanation for the missed court date?
yes, I am. In fact, I was meant to call, well, I was going to call Mr. Swenson yesterday, but then all this happened. I had moved over the weekend, and the plan was for me to move. I moved out of Mr. Swarthout's house, and everything, he had brought everything over, and we had it just been kind of dumped. And so when I'm starting to set up, I'm renting a room. That's all I can afford. So I'm renting a room. Well, the rest of the house, come to get into it, there have been people in and out of there, and the landlord had never had the place cleaned. Well, being, I clean houses, that's what I do for a living. And the house was not anything that I could live in. And so I basically had to start from scratch. The landlord did say that she would compensate me with rent, but I probably slept 2 hours each night trying to get everything clean so that I could actually move in and shower and use the kitchen. And so I had everything set. Everything was in disarray. I didn't know where an alarm clock was. I'd gone to bed. I don't even have a bed yet. So I slept on the couch, and I set my cell phone, and I did not wake up. I woke up in a panic at 10:15 because I had planned everything around being in court. And in fact, I've been in your courtroom there physically each time I've been there, and I've been early.
Okay.
So I do not disregard at all the fact that I
Thank
missed.
you. Okay, ma'am, thank you. I now understand why you miss court. I'm going to hear from the city, and then I'm going to hear from Mr. Swenson. Did you hear all that? And can you understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
Mr. Mcclellan, and you may need to speak loudly.
Thank you, Your Honor. The city is requesting a bail, $2,500 each case. We're asking to revoke release, given her non-appearance at court and then now being before the court on new charges of domestic violence assault. All the prior conditions in the cause number ending in 5038. In the matter on for arraignment, asking again, $2,500 cash or bond, not have any criminal law violations, not possess a dangerous weapon or firearm, not to consume any alcohol or non-prescribed drugs. And the city has prepared and requesting a domestic violence no contact order.
Was alcohol or some substance alleged to have been present in this?
I'm sorry, what was that?
In the report, the alleged victim noted that he considered her to have an alcohol problem, and the officer noted that he believed alcohol seemed to contribute to this incident. She did admit to having alcohol earlier in the day, and the officer noted that her behavior was due to impairment from alcohol.
Mr. Swenson?
Your Honor, I'm asking the court to keep Ms. Potter released, or to release Ms. Potter on her personal recognizance. She has been working with me in the backup matter, has been very good at appearing for court. It was a surprise when she wasn't there on Monday, and I think that's part of the reason why the court did not issue the warrant then and there. I think she has a pretty good explanation, an unusual circumstance that won't arise in the future. I have no belief that she won't remain in good contact with me and show up for future court dates. The domestic violence charge, Your Honor, is unusual. Her criminal history altogether is very old. It's over a decade old. I noticed, I think, some very old domestic violence related history on her record, but nothing recent. There's no objection to the no contact order that's being proposed. As Ms. Potter mentioned, she did just move into a new house. She rents a room. The police report mentions, and Ms. Potter confirmed, that she still has some belongings at her old house where the alleged victim lives. She would need a civil standby. I would also note, Your Honor, that Ms. Potter works cleaning houses. She needs that job in order to pay her rent that she's now going to have to pay each month. If she were held, she would not be able to post bail. She wouldn't be able to work. She'd probably lose her housing, and things would spiral from there. So I don't think there's any indication that she wouldn't be able to comply with the court's orders and show up for future court dates. This new charge is completely unrelated to the backup matter, the driving on suspended license, which she has not been driving. She has to get rides to and from work. She's been pretty consistent and focused on obviously not driving any vehicle. So I don't think there's any issue with the no contact order. There won't be any issues with her being able to comply with that, Your Honor.
So Ms. Potter, I need you to listen to me carefully. Can you hear me?
Yes.
So you're going to be released on these cases. I'm not going to hold you in jail.
Okay.
Conditions of your continued release are the same on the older case. On the new case, you're not to have any criminal law violations.
Right.
You're not to consume any alcohol, no drinking till a judge says otherwise.
Okay.
No controlled substances without a valid prescription.
Okay.
Stay out of all bars and taverns. Don't refuse a breath test if one is requested of you.
Okay.
And most importantly, I'm entering a no contact order. You're not to have any contact with Mr. Swarthout. Do you understand that?
Yes. Yes.
You can go one time, and this is important, with law enforcement. You need to contact the Lacey Police Department with the order. You can go and get stuff that you left there, but only one time and with law enforcement. Do you understand this?
Yes.
The court date set for next week has been canceled. All these cases will be heard on August 19th at 8:30.
Okay.
All right?
Yes.
And the basis for the release, Mr. Mcclellan, is she had been consistently making court up prior to this last hearing, and everything else on her record is really quite old.
Understood, Your Honor.
We'll see you back here on that date, ma'am. You're free to be taken back. You'll get released here later today.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Leah Moreno.
So I have a plea form for Ms. Moreno. Is that case ready to go now there, Mr. Swenson and Mr. Mcclellan?
There's one more plea coming in the 2020 case, Your Honor. We're not quite ready on that one.
Okay.
And Mr. Swenson, when you send that to me, can you just include Janice? Because I had an issue with Laserfish, so we may need that one printed as well.
Okay, yeah.
Thank you.
The 2020 case, that says pre-FTC.
Yeah, it should be, it's pre-trial.
Okay. Are you being held on Superior Court cases too, ma'am?
I'm not sure.
She shouldn't be.
He's got an attempting to elude and a DUI. All from January 30th of 2021. They look like they're unresolved.
Yeah, they're unresolved, but I don't see her being held on those.
Okay. Do you have a court date upcoming then? We should remind her of the court date.
Oh, thank you, sir.
I'm sorry?
Thank you, sir, for reminding me.
All right, we can get to that in a minute.
August 14th is your next hearing in Superior Court, Ms. Moreno.
Okay.
Yeah, make sure you make that, ma'am. But
Yes,
today on the
sir.
case ending in 709, the violation of a no contact order from 2021. And then there's harassment and disorderly conduct, which is just alleged to have just occurred. And you intend to plead guilty. You're dismissing the disorderly conduct and pleading guilty to the harassment. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
And the harassment carries with it a maximum of 364 days in jail and a $5,000 fine, as does the violation of the no contact order. Do you understand when you plead guilty, you give up all the rights contained in paragraph 5 of the plea form?
Yes.
The maximum, I told you what the maximum is. On the no contact order violation, city's requesting 364 days in jail with 353 suspended, credit for 11 days served. Don't have any criminal law violations, no contact with Charlene Sargent. Don't possess any firearms, get a mental health evaluation and follow up. And on the harassment, it's 364 days in jail with 361 suspended, credit for 3 days served. Same conditions other than no contact with Elena, Caneda, and Astrid, Caneda. Don't possess a firearms or deadly weapon. And again, get a mental health evaluation, comply with any follow-up. You understand all that?
Yes, sir.
You understand I'm not required to follow those recommendations?
Yes, sir.
Anybody make any threats or promise other than what's contained in those plea recommendations to get you to plead guilty?
No, sir. No.
Paragraph 11 in the violation of the no contact order says on November 24th, 2020, in the city of Lacey, you knowingly violated a valid protection order when you came within 1,000 feet of your mother's residence. Is there still a no contact order in that case with your mother?
Yes.
There are two.
Thank you. And then on the other case, it says on July 22nd, 2025, in the city of Lacey, you knowingly harassed Elena Caneda by following her in your vehicle. And when you pulled into a parking lot, you blocked her truck with your vehicle. Is all that true on both cases?
Yes, sir.
Any questions about either of these cases?
No, sir.
I'll accept your pleas on both counts. Find the pleas made knowingly and voluntarily.
Yes.
Enter findings of guilty. And we will proceed with sentencing. Mr. Mcclellan.
Thank you. Obviously, the violation is an older case that has been out with some Morton history, and then those orders are active. So just comply with those orders. This latest case too. The reason the city's asking for a mental health evaluation, and I hope that that's helpful, but I do seem that it's appropriate. The named victims there are not known to her, to my knowledge. She followed them in their car in kind of a threatening manner because what she perceived to be some parenting she didn't agree with, or thought that the mom struck her child. So she took exception to that and followed them and blocked them in, as it's somewhat outlined there in the statement. She then acknowledged to the officer that she has some some challenges where maybe she perceives things and reality versus her perception. So I think hopefully mental health treatment can be of benefit, but that's the basis for the request and the situation. So I'll ask the court to follow that. Thank you.
Mr. Swenson?
Your Honor, I'd ask the court to follow the agreed recommendation. Ms. Moreno is engaged in mental health treatment at PHR, so she will get an updated evaluation and continue with that treatment. I think that mental health issues were the cause of both of these incidents. She indicated to me that showing up at her mother's house back in 2020 was the result of a psychotic episode. So she's taking responsibility today, Your Honor, and will continue on in her treatment, and I think that'll help her moving forward. She has 11 days and 3 days credit from what I can calculate from her 2 bookings.
Anything you'd like to say before I impose sentence, ma'am?
I'm just sorry. I'm sorry about my mistakes. I didn't mean to break the law.
All right. How long have you been with BHR?
Oh my goodness, since 2007.
All right. Are you getting anything out of it, or how's it going?
Oh yeah, they've really got my schizophrenia under control finally, you know.
All right. Well, I'll sentence you as recommended. And the violation of a no contact order will be 364 with 353 suspended, credit for 11 days served. You'll be released on this. Conditions are: don't have any criminal law violations, don't possess a firearm or other deadly weapon, comply with any existing no contact order, get a mental health referral, and follow up with treatment. And then you can just sign release of information with BHR and make sure they start sending that stuff to district court. Do you understand that, ma'am?
To district court, yeah. Is there any
Yes.
paperwork I'm gonna be getting that's gonna say that?
Yeah, it's gonna say where to, when you have to have it done by, and I'll give you 90 days to it. And then you just need to bring it by the court here, or you can send it to the probation department. All that information is available online if you have access to a computer, or you can just come by the court and turn it in.
Come by the courts here?
Yes, and you can
Okay.
also, BHR, they should be, if you sign a release of information, you may be able to work with them to have them send it to us, but I would definitely follow
Yeah.
up to verify that happens.
Okay.
And then you're also not to have any contact with Astrid or Elena Caneda. Do you understand that? Those are the people in the, all right. You'll get released here later today. Don't forget about your court date in Superior Court.
Okay,
And that's it for
sir.
today, ma'am.
Thank you.
And Your Honor, is the court waiving all legal financial obligations?
Yes.
Thank you.